showtime. Woo!
Welcome to the Mafia Sports Report. I am Tommy, and today I want to talk about the Buffalo Bills 2023 NFL Draft, and I want to talk about the steal of the draft for the Buffalo Bills, and that is fifth-round pick Justin Shorter out of Florida. Let me tell you guys something, man. This guy has an opportunity to take over the Gabe Davis role. I really, truly believe that when Gabe Davis leaves after this season, which he will, because I don't think Buffalo's going to be able to pay him. I could be wrong. Of course, you never know. But I have a feeling Gabe Davis will wind up getting paid somewhere else. And I just don't think Brandon Beane's going to be able to afford him. So Justin Shorter could be his replacement. So let me tell you a little bit about Justin Shorter here. So, by the way, Justin Shorter played with Kaiir Elam in Florida, as you guys may know. So this is actually pretty cool that he's going to be going against Kaiir in camp. It's going to, listen, man, they've had battles. He's already talked about it in Florida. So this will be good for both players. But anyways, let me get back to Justin Shorter. So he's coming in at 6'4", 230 pounds. So I think he could be around 230 to 235 when the season starts. Listen, guys, I've been preaching and praying for the Buffalo Bills to go out and get a taller receiver, a more physical receiver, and this guy is that guy. 6'4", like I said, 230, 230, 235. Only problem I have with this pick, right, or actually with the player himself, is Justin Shorter has a pretty big injury history since arriving pretty much in college in 2018. So in 2018, if you look here, 2018, he was the Offensive Player of the Year in New Jersey out of Brunswick High School, South Brunswick High School. He was actually the number one prospect in the country, signed with Penn State, and this is where it all went downhill for Justin Shorter. So he was redshirted that fall. He only had 3 catches for 20 yards. Okay, fine. You guys know how that works in college. Then the following season, he played 10 games with 5 starts, where he had, well, actually, I apologize. The reason why he was redshirted is because he missed, he wanted to miss in the midseason contest due to injury. So right away, he's already hurt. Then the following season, he played 10 games with 5 starts, and he went for 12 catches, 137. And then he fought through injuries again. Then they wound up benching him because he was dropping passes during the season. Then he entered the transfer portal, and he went to Florida in 2020. He scored 3 touchdowns, 25 catches, 268 yards in 10 games. Then he took over the starting role in 2021. He played 12 of 13 games. And then he caught 41 passes for 550 yards, 13.4 average on 3 scores, which is good. Then here comes more injuries. He was limited to 9 starts as a senior, 29 catches, 577, 19.9 average, 2 touchdowns. But because of a hamstring injury that hampered him that second half of the year. Also, he had a very bad injury. I believe it was concussion. I forget who he was playing, but they wanted up having the ambulance come out. It was really bad. Players were praying for him and all that. It didn't look good at the time, but he recovered and all that, which is obviously good. But as you can see, what I just went through, he's been hurt at pretty much every single season he played in college. That is not good. That's a red flag for me. It's a big red flag. However, you guys know Buffalo's training staff is one of the best in the NFL. We, for the most part, have been a healthy team, except for last year when, for some odd, strange, bad luck reason, we had injuries all over the place, right? But prior to that, we've had very good seasons where players stayed healthy for most of the season, right? So will Justin Shorter come here, and will he get with training staff? Will he get, physically right? Will he stay physically right as far as conditioning, as far as not getting injured? I mean, listen, injuries happen. You can't foresee an injury, but I can tell you right now, man, we don't want this to be a Marquez Stevenson thing all over again, where you kind of see the potential in preseason, right? Because you guys remember Marquez Stevenson, he returned a kick, everything was looking great. He actually got hurt, I believe, on that play, on the kick return for a touchdown, Marquez Stevenson. So it's just like he had the string of bad luck, and I really hope for Justice Shorter that he doesn't follow that, what follow that trait, like how from college into the NFL. I hope that whatever happened in the past stays in the past as far as his injuries go. Um, and another thing about this Justin Shorter draft pick, which I really like, if it works out, if he can stay healthy. There's a couple things actually that I really like. One, he's saying all the right things, right? As far as he loves Josh Allen as a quarterback. He watches Josh Allen a lot when he was in college, right? So that's an A plus, right? He's already trying to get on the on Josh's good side, right? The fact that he played next to Kyer Elam, right, for a couple seasons, that's really good, right? And they're gonna be battling in camp, right? So that's gonna actually help Kyer out and Justice Shorter out because Kyer Elam is a very good corner. He just needs some more reps, right? And this will be a physical, taller receiver for Kyer to play against. It's going to be interesting. I'm sure they're going to have some big battles in camp. All right. Um, Also, what I do like about this is Gabe Davis. Love Gabe Davis. I stick up for Gabe Davis every time Bills Mafia, um, you know, shits on him, I guess you could say. Now, some of Bills Mafia likes Gabe Davis, right? I think it's like 50-50 right now on Gabe. I think Gabe Davis still is a quality number 2 receiver in this league. He had 875 yards last season, and he not only did he have 875, but he didn't really have a good year, right? And he still almost tallied up 1,000 yards. That tells you a lot. He can be dynamic when he's not dropping passes. But I will say this for Gabe Davis, though. He did get hurt last year with the ankle injury, and I kind of felt like it nagged him all season long. And I feel like it kind of changed the way he was running his routes a little bit, the way he was you know, positioning himself to catch a ball. I just kind of feel like that ankle injury messed with his mind a little bit as well. Because prior to that, Gabe Davis was a solid at catching the ball. Go back and look at the stats. He did not have many drop passes. His drop percentage was very low. Just last season, for some odd reason, um, you know, he just had a lot of dropsies, and I really truly believe that was because of the ankle injury, and it kind of just affected his physical and mental side of things. But once again, he still almost had 1,000 yards, so it wasn't that bad of a season that Bills Mafia make it out to be. However, he's coming into his last year, right? So he's probably gonna ball out because that's what players do when they're on their final year of the contract. And I expect, by the way, Ed Oliver to probably ball out too. They're gonna want to get paid next year, and I just don't think the Bills. One, I know they don't have the money to pay him, and I just don't think they're going to be able to offer whatever he gets out there anyway. So Gabe Davis is probably playing his last season as a Buffalo Bill, in my opinion. I could be wrong. And Justin Shorter could be his replacement. Like I said, he's a taller receiver. And Gabe Davis right now is our biggest receiver at 6'2" before we drafted Justin Shorter, who's coming at 6'4". So it's very, very possible if Justin Shorter stays healthy, he shows that he has the ability to um, you know, run the correct routes, right? Because his route running was a little shaky, but it's gotten better through the years in college. So if he could correct few of those mistakes as far as route running goes, I think he's going to be and of course stay healthy. I think he could be a good player in this league. He's also, by the way, he also is putting the NFL on notice. He said that he's going to be one of the best players in the league as far as receivings go. and that he reads all of the negative stuff about him every single day as motivation. And hey, I'm all for it, man. I like that. I absolutely like that in a player, man. Go ahead, man, and let that, put more fuel to the fire and come into camp with that edge, with that chip on your shoulder and ball out, right? Prove that you're worth the 5th round pick, right? That you're not a practice squad player, right? Because I have a feeling he might wind up being a practice squad his first season, because right now we have a lot of wide receivers in the room. You guys know we drafted Kincaid. Yes, he's a tight end, but he's kind of a tight end / wide receiver. So we're going to have a lot of options for Josh Allen in the passing game. And I just don't know if there's going to be enough room for Justin Shorter to be on the field. But we'll see. Who knows? You never know. If the guy has a good camp, good preseason, maybe he earns a spot on the roster. I don't know. I don't think so, but I could definitely see him going to the practice squad, maybe being like an Isaiah Hodgins, where he's on the practice squad for a year and he comes back, and actually shows his worth. Now, with Isaiah Hodgins, the problem with him is we had a lot of depth last year. And, he actually played, he had a good preseason, he had a good camp, but we just had no room for Hodgins. We put him on the practice squad, and the Giants wound up scooping him up. That's the way the NFL works, guys. Unfortunately, we only have 53 on the roster, right? You can't dress everybody. So that was the downfall for Hodgins. I don't think Hodgins still is as good as everyone's saying he is. He had a good season for the Giants, but I see Hodgins more as a number 3 receiver. The reason why the Giants use him so much is because they had no receivers. So, of course, Hodgins was getting the benefit of getting all the passes for the most part, right? Let's see what he does next season, and then maybe I can, change my tone on Isaiah Hodgins. But back on Justin Shorter. Listen, um, I really truly believe he could be the steal of the draft. 5th round. Um, number one recruit in 2018 for a reason. Okay. The dude was really, really solid in high school. He just had nagging injuries throughout college. Now, the other alarming thing I will say is early on in his college career, he was dropping passes, and that's why he was ultimately benched in Penn State. And then Florida winded up picking him up. And it seemed like he gotten a little bit better. From the videos I was watching on him, he definitely improved his route running. He improved his catch percentage. And if you see, by the way, throughout his career, he actually, his numbers did go up, right? So, last year, he had 577. The year before, he had 550, right? Look at his average from 2021, which was 13.4, to his average in 2022, which is 19.9. So clearly, you could tell every season he's gotten better in college. That's good. That's what we want to see in a player, right? Because look, 2019, right? 130. Actually, if you really want to go back, 2018, 20 yards, right? 3 catches, 20 yards. Okay, fine. We'll let that pass redshirted. 2019, 12 catches, 137. Not good. 11.4 average. 2020, right? When he went to Florida, 25 catches. Look at the amount of catches compared to everywhere else. 3 catches, 2018, 12 catches in 2019. Then he went ahead in 2020, had 25 catches, right? So he pretty much doubled it from the year before with the Lions, with Penn State. Then he had 268 yards and 10.7 average. Then in 2021, like I said, he had the 41 passes to 550 yards. So look, numbers went up again, right? So he went from 25 to 41, almost double. 550 yards, 13.4 average. So he went up again from 10.7 to 13.4. And then his final year, like I said, 29 catches for 577 yards, 19.9. But once again, those numbers could have been a lot better if not for injuries. That is my concern when it comes to Justin Shorter. He needs to stay healthy in order to make this team. If he cannot stay healthy, this will be a wasted pick. I'm rooting for the guy. I think the guy has potential. I think he could be Gabe Davis's replacement. But if the injuries, you know, go into the NFL like they were in college, right? Continue like they were in college, then unfortunately for him, he won't be in the league for long because you got, what does our coach say? Your best ability is your best ability is your availability. So if he's not available, he's not going to make any NFL roster, right? So I really, like I said, guys, I like the pick. A lot of people are down on the pick. Mikey did not like the pick. I'm totally okay with the pick. I'm totally okay with the pick because he has upside. And I don't know. You guys tell me what you think. Uh, I like doing these videos on players that could be a steal on our team on each draft. And this is the guy I'm going with, Justin Shorter. So comment below, tell me what you think. And until next time, I'm out of here. Bills Mafia, I love you. And go Bills. Peace.